What is up, conscious monkeys? Today is March 2nd, and we're in March. How crazy is that? I guess you're listening to this on March 3rd, but I'm recording this on March 2nd. Quick disclaimer, asterisk. But it's crazy, right? We're in March already, which is my birthday month, for those who don't know. So, shout out my birthday month. Shout out all March birthdays. But I just find that crazy, right? Like, didn't it feel like we just kind of started all this? I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but time's an illusion anyhow. So, what do we know? Week in review. I'm getting, I guess this isn't a weekend review, but this weekend is Crossed Fest in San Diego. So, I will be heading out that way. So, shout out all of my San Diego listeners. Maybe we'll meet up at Crossed. I have something interesting planned for Crossed with related to this podcast. So, we'll see if I can pull it off. You'll have to tune into next week to figure out what that is and what happened, because I don't know. I guess I'm just leaving you with a little teaser. See if you guys want to, be ready for the next thing. I don't know. Regardless, that's in the future. We're talking about the past. We're talking about the last week. I came across, actually, I've seen it before, this TikTok account, but I just personally, man, every time it's incredible. It goes by the name of Jimmy Darts. Not sure if anyone's heard of him, has seen it, but it's incredible. He literally he has people who comment on his videos give prompts, and the prompts are usually along the lines of give $500 to somebody who does blank. And it's always like a fun thing. It's like give $500 to the first person that sings with you. Give $500 to someone who's willing to buy you a toy because you don't have the money to buy it. Like all these like caring and giving kind of things. And man, like, I don't want to give away too much, but it is very heart-wrenching. If you watch enough of them, you'll be like, holy shit, like it's something else. I've definitely cried a couple times watching those videos. It takes you to a very real and very compassionate place. So he's got far more followers than I do, but I just wanted to give him a quick shout out because he's doing amazing work, and it's something that definitely gets your soul energized. Speaking of souls, the book that I've been reading this past week is Journey of Souls, and it's one that's kind of out there, but it's super fascinating. I'm bringing it up because it's also mentioned in the latest episode that I recorded, but it's going to be episode 26, so it won't be out for a little bit, but I just wanted to, this is like a little teaser, and the book is about this hypnotherapist, goes by the name of Dr. Michael Newton. And Dr. Newton, he has like thousands of patients who he's done this with. And what he does is he does like a hypnosis where he will drop people into a deep trance. He will then kind of take them back into one of their past lives and kind of enact their death. And on doing so, it like shows the transformation of the soul coming up out of the body, and they explain it the same way that people who have come back from the dead, people who are legally dead or medically dead, I guess that's not legally, but people who are pronounced medically dead and come back, they explain the same thing, right? So there's one connection where you get like this pulling sensation towards a light and you come back, and it kind of goes into this like realm of like what happens to your soul in between lives. So I guess the first premise is to understand that I guess you have multiple lives, or that your soul gets reincarnated multiple times, and that's a thing. The next level is this whole book is all about the structure of what happens to your soul in between incarnations on Earth, which that's such a crazy thing for me to even just be saying out loud. But if you're kind of flabbergasted by it, I say check it out. The core thing I see is that he's been able to replicate a very similar story and pattern from thousands of people. So I believe that gives it credence. And then the other aspect is what I mentioned earlier, which is where people who have medically been pronounced dead and come back to life, where they have explained the same feeling, the same sitting around your body as you're about to die, and then getting pulled into the light as you die. So to me, I don't see any holes in it. I don't, as much as I love being a skeptic and looking for holes, I don't see them. Now, what is interesting about this and what it really brings up is the question in my mind of, is peace on earth possible? Now, well, as I discussed this, I believe it is something we should achieve for, something we're always going to be striving for. But maybe that's the thing, is that we're always going to be striving for it. And I believe we should always strive for it. But what this book kind of uncovers is that the polarity on earth is so strong. Like, it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, and most polarized places in the universe. So first of all, pat yourself on the back for selecting Earth and deciding to come here, because it's something that is extremely difficult. I mean, you look no further than this whole Russian-Ukraine situation. Like, this is a weird and very emotionally turbulent place to live. And that's the point. Like, your soul picked this very difficult spot because it wanted to experience this polarity, the polarity energy of love versus hate. Hot versus cold, all of it. It chose here because it was difficult. But that kind of leads to my next point, is that the soul realm sees kind of Earth as this training ground where it is such a difficult and polarizing place to live. So then that got me thinking, is that, is peace on Earth actually possible? Like in another form of polarizing, right, is scarcity versus abundance. And a reason that you start war is because you fall into the scarcity mentality and you think there's a lack of something in your country. You think you don't have enough. You think another country has something that you don't have, or you want more land, right? So war becomes cultivated from the scarcity mentality. So in order for war to stop and for there to be peace, we would have to bring everybody to an abundance mentality. But if everybody's in an abundance mentality, Earth no longer becomes a training ground because everybody is aligned with that feeling of love. And what this book sounds like, or at least what I've heard from other people, is that once you become aligned with that feeling of abundance and love, and you're able to sit in it for, I don't know, however long you need to sit in it, you kind of transcend Earth. Like, and your soul becomes like a higher level soul. So I don't know. That's might be a lot for people to take in. It's a lot for me to take in, which is really, I don't know. I don't really know where to go with that. I mean, in my mind, it's like, I want peace on Earth, right? I think that's a very noble thing for anyone that wants to want, right? And a noble thing for anyone that wants to want. That didn't really make sense, but I think you guys get what I'm saying, right? So I don't know. I mean, first of all, if that conversation's over your head, go check out Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton. I still need to finish it up. Maybe he'll talk about it at the end of this book about peace on Earth, but I don't know. I'm like, it's such a weird feeling, right? We should be pursuing something that might not even ever be possible. Like, even that idea is that's a weird one. I'll let you sit with that for a bit. Other than that, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate everyone who listens and checks in, and I'm enjoying this ride, and so let's just keep it going. With that being said, conscious monkeys, thank you. I love you. Let's keep moving forward. I'm grateful that you guys are here and listening to me. And yeah, check out any links in the bottom. I do have a course out. I don't really promote it much, but I think I need to start. Like, I love this course. Like, it's sick. I'm also looking for feedback. If you guys want to give me feedback on it, we can update it. But it also gets like coupled with getting a one time a week, I'll like talk to people about it, see if they have any questions. But so you can find that in the description below if you're interested. It's like how to find your life purpose, and it's really about kind of finding that center of polarity that we talked about. It's like, how can you kind of come to this place of always, choosing love or being able to understand the patterns of your life to get you where you are today. I think it's incredible, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. I've gotten feedback from a couple people, and it sounds like it's cool. With that being said, go check it out. Description below. I love you guys. And even if you don't check out the course, I'm still down here to give you content, and let's keep growing together.